Cooney loser bold guy. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, 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 Cooney. Cooney, Cooney, upstays alive.
Welcome back to Raccoon Tweeties. Thanks for tuning in. There is a fentanyl crisis in America.
That's not new, though.
No, it's not new. I announced it just now. No, it's just I've been thinking about it because Narcan is a thing that people use to save people's lives when they have an overdose or whatever, this Narcan thing.
Yeah.
And I've seen it in movies, but apparently there's so many overdoses now that people are carrying it around. In the event that they see somebody overdosing, they will go up, and I'm not exactly sure, but I think you spray it into their nose. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Do you know how it works?
No. I just know, like, get the Narcan. That's all I know.
So people are carrying it around in their purse or in their pocket. I don't know how big it is. You know, that would be something I would think about. Like if I were going to carry it around for other people, because probably not going to be a situation where I need it.
Yeah.
But like, how big is it?
Do you know what Narcan does to you?
No.
Does it sedate the guy and just like not kill them?
I think, let's look it up. What does Narcan do to you? But I think that like, so if I thought about possibly carrying around Narcan with me because I have that sick thing where I kind of want to be a hero.
Yeah.
If I'm being totally honest, like when I'm in a cafe, I think about like if there's a shooter, what I would do, which is probably nothing because I'm cowardly. But I do have that thing. I've heard Tom Cruise has that thing too, where he's like, I'm going to save everybody. You know, if the situation arises, I'm going to be the hero. I've always thought about like potentially carrying around like a weapon of some kind that I could use on like a terrorist or a shooter or somebody at an open mic that was not very good. But I don't know, man. Like if Narcan was like huge, it was like a huge bottle and it was just this big thing sticking out of my pocket, that would be too embarrassing. I would not want to use it. So the size of it matters to me. But would you carry around a bottle of Narcan?
I think it would have to like, remember COVID and before COVID happened where we got locked down, Ramon was like, are you scared of coronavirus, dude? And I was like, I'm not going to worry till it affects me. That's just how I am about things.
Right.
So maybe if Joel got super addicted to opioids, I'd be like, I'm probably going to carry some Narcan. You know what I mean?
If Joel, so if it, in your mind it affects you, if someone you know starts getting, so yeah, it has to, someone in your orbit has to start being addicted to drugs. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, right now, I think the price they were saying on the news I was listening to was like under $50, but around 40. It was like something 40. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, that's $40. That's a lot of fourth walls. You know, that's what is that? Well, if it was 50, that'd be 10 fourth walls. If it's $50.
Well, I'll tell you what, they should have a bunch of Narcan at Fourth Wall.
I know. They absolutely should. I was thinking that would be the place that, what's the open mic, do you think, of all the open mics that you've gone to in your life, which one do you think most likely you'd end up having to use Narcan at?
I've never been there, but Tao Comedy Studio.
the woke Bobby Oliver mic, where this is a mic where you're not allowed to say things against women, and so you think people going there are most likely to be using cocaine?
Opioids.
Opioids? Oh, you mean like pills?
Yeah.
But you know, cocaine is a big thing now.
But
because they cut it with like fentanyl or something, whatever that means.
So does Narcan prevent a fentanyl overdose? Is fentanyl opioid?
I think so.
Let me look that up too. I'm looking
that
up Narcan.
I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway, like, so you think the situation is somebody's on stage at Tao, they're doing stand-up maybe for the first time, and they've done fentanyl beforehand, or they've done cocaine laced with fentanyl. This is the most likely.
Okay, yeah. So fentanyl is a very strong opioid.
Right, that's right. I think originally maybe it was used instead of whatever that one, OxyContin or whatever, or they developed it in some kind of OxyContin way. I'm for some reason, the Glendor Continental comes to mind.
Yeah.
Just because of the clientele that'd be in there.
Also, pre-pandemic, Potluck could use some Narcan. You know what I mean?
Potluck would be a good one because there's just so many comics there,
Yeah.
and there's not a lot of hope. And I don't know if all of them could afford cocaine.
Yeah.
But it seems like even though cocaine is this like really expensive drug, comedians with no money are somehow able to get a hold of it.
Yeah.
And people share it more than you'd think too.
Oh yeah, Coke.
Yeah. Because most of my life, nobody ever offered me cocaine. It's only until I moved to Los Angeles did people make a point of being like, hey, do you want some of this? But until then, I literally had friends in college do cocaine in front of me on a table and not offer me any. And, it did hurt my feelings somewhat. What is fentanyl?
Oh, dude, I found some really good street names here.
Yeah, let's look it up.
Go for it.
Apache or Apache?
Apache. Probably Apache. Racist ass street names.
China Girl.
Oh my God. Dude.
Chinatown.
Why is it called in China anything? Is fentanyl made in China?
Yeah, a lot of fentanyl I think comes over here from China. But can you imagine asking somebody for dance fever?
Yeah. You got any dance fever?
If I asked somebody for dance fever and they gave me fentanyl, I'd be shocked. I'd be like, really? That's what this is? I meant I wanted to dance.
I wanted Molly.
I wanted like a cocktail called dance fever. Friend, Goodfellas, all my life I wanted to die of fentanyl. Great Bear. I wonder what that. He-Man, Jackpot, King Ivory, Murder 8. Why would you ask for something called Murder?
Murder 8?
Yeah, Murder 8. Poison, another one you don't want to put something in your body called poison.
Yeah.
Tango and Cash.
I like how the last name is two names, Tango and Cash.
A lot of these names could be something you'd see pulled out of the hat at an open mic.
Yeah.
These are open mic names.
Coming up next to the stage, Dance Fever.
Yeah, definitely. There was that guy the only TikTok clip that did well when I talked about, what was his name? Nothing Lasts Forever Part 2. Yeah. That was the name of an open micer. China Girl, I could absolutely see that. I know you're thinking probably if you don't do comedy that, no, someone wouldn't be named China Girl, but there was an open micer for a while called Tokyo Cunt Punch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever saw.
They changed their name, right?
Did they? I never actually saw them. I would just see the name online.
Yeah.
Because if you have a crazy name, it will get around. Like there's one guy that when we went over the list that Russo made, it was Coke. Then Coke was in the top 50. Or are you finding a clip of Tokyo Cunt Punch?
Yeah.
Of course they're on Kill.
Should we?
Yeah, absolutely. Why
Okay,
not?
let's do this.
As I've always
Put your
say,
hands
I'm not going to
together
make
for the
fun
very
of them.
first time, no doubt about it, for Tokyo Cunt Punch.
I'm sure that was a random pull.
Right.
Tokyo Cunt Punch. Can this
Ian
be
Edwards.
Ian Edwards, great guy.
true? Wow.
Great guy, never met him.
Wow. Look at
Funny
this.
man.
This is not what I was expecting at all.
Way better than I thought.
Wow.
Why are they saying it's better? Because
She's
she
got a
looks
catchy
good?
name.
Probably.
This is her Kill Tony debut. One more time for Tokyo Cunt Punch.
Let's see. What do you think, good or bad?
Let's go good.
So, I'm a hooker. Thank you. That means I sell pussy.
Strong.
Also sell hooker jokes. Sometimes I sell hooker jokes while I sell pussy. Sometimes I sell pussy while I fuck jokes. You know, it just depends. I'm sure you have the same question for me that everyone has when they actually meet a hooker. What's it like in the White House? It's actually been tough because recently I had to move back in with my parents.
Pause it for a second.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's like a Trump joke because he likes hookers, or is that just like a presidential joke because all presidents like hookers?
It's in 2019, so
So it's a
possibly
Trump. It's a Trump
joke.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
I
you think that
Trump.
she's had sex with Trump?
No.
Probably not, right?
No.
Tokyo, hey, what are you doing tonight? I just I saw your set at Kill Tony. Great, love that show. Love Tony. Love Red Band. Great guys. Never
Yeah.
met him. I was wondering if Melania's not here. If you wanted to come over, I just go to the front door of the White House. Say your name is Tokyo Cunt Punch. Say you're here to see Donald, the president. I would love for Donald Trump to go out with Tokyo Cunt Punch. I think it's interesting that she was really nervous. in the beginning.
I don't think she was. You know what I love about Kill Tony?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that it makes all open micers look like they're mouth breathers, just like out of breath at all times. You get to the stage finally, like
because you got to go up the steps or whatever, fend through the whole crowd of people.
Also, too, they might just move on, like, oh, Tokyo Come Punch isn't here if you're not quick enough to get on stage.
You don't think she was nervous? When she started out, it seemed pretty nervous. Yeah, and she's a sex worker or whatever. I guess anybody, but that career, I feel like if you do that, you're nervous at this, but maybe not. Maybe it's nerve-wracking if a cop went up there, a firefighter. What's another dangerous job? A construction worker. They'll all be nervous.
Podcast producer, stuff like that. Let's see. We have the sound off, but body language.
Yeah, that's a good test, body language.
She doesn't know where to put her phone first. She grabs the mic.
Wait a minute. Did she just put her phone next to Ian Edwards?
Yeah.
That's kind of a boss move. She's like, here, famous comedian.
Yeah.
Watch my phone. What if she gets a call from a client during this? Ian Edwards like, hey.
I feel like she's confident. Look at that bow, dude. Maybe nervous legs.
She's nervous. See how bunched in she is? Like she's all like closed in,
but look
at not open.
That gap of the legs, dude. She's not closed in. She's like,
No, she's not moving at all.
Widening her stance.
And I think she's a little bit nervous, but she's not doing bad, so she's probably gaining confidence.
Yeah.
Sweatpants is a strong move to wear to something like this. That's kind of a FU kind of thing.
Look, she's widening her gait, dude. She's lackadaisical. She doesn't give a fuck that she's on stage right now.
I never saw her, but I heard the name because the name is so, if you come up with a crazy name, people that never meet you will know who you are.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have done crazy names.
Instead of fentanyl?
Oh, no. That's a great idea for an episode. Absolutely. Listen, I'll preview one of my favorites is E Nutter Butter. E Nutter Butter would go on stage and be like, my name's E Nutter Butter because I like to bust nuts. And then they just would tell homophobic joke after homophobic joke. I would kill my son if he was gay. Is that a joke?
Is this the same?
This is her Instagram.
Is this the same? I don't think this is.
Crunch Punks? C Punch. I
feel like Instagram wouldn't let you. I feel like, how long does it take for you to wake up from that name? Be like, what am I doing out here? My name's Toyko KP.
Probably the same amount of time it takes you to change from raccoon titties to raccoon tweeties.
Yeah, 3 years. Toyko KP.
Toyko KP.
Where is she now?
Does she have a subreddit yet?
Oh, no. The subreddit is just Kill Tony subreddit right there. Dang.
What are we doing here, Bappa? You need a subreddit.
All right. Well, we're not going to find anything else on
Do you want to see what the judges said about her?
Yeah, let's do it.
Why not? These Kill Tony clips are fun to watch on this.
Let's see here.
There's probably a show that actually, you know what there is? I think that Nyberg guy that watches us, I think he has a show about behind the scenes of Kill Tony at the mothership.
Oh, really?
Shout out.
Oh, wow.
Exciting.
I believe.
I feel like this story is going to have a very happy ending.
And not
here
just
tonight.
your first hooker, but a funny hooker.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Hooker is a funnier name than
very
sex worker.
Interesting, especially
Sex
I
worker is
never would have
it's a
guessed
real-
a hooker for you.
sounds like a boring
thought you
job.
sold art out of your yoga studio or something like that by your appearance. So Tokyo, this is so interesting. How long have you been a hooker?
I would say about 5 years.
5 years. How long have you been doing stand-up?
1.
1 year. Heck yeah. So what were you doing before you were a hooker?
I just like that comedy's a step up for you.
Ian Edwards hates sex workers confirmed.
Yeah. He's he's going for the bit there. He's going for the bit. Right. You know. Oh, really, dude?
Yeah.
Let's see what else they say.
Like, your parents can't be like, stop doing comedy. Go back to hooking. They can't say that. They're like, go do comedy. Just stop fucking people in my house. Just do comedy.
I love it.
Well, like I still do it. Like when I'm not sucking cocks for money, I'm a musician.
Oh my god!
It is the same person.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it is like this girl like caught me outside the club the other night, and she was like, "You have such a good."
She
voice.
caught you outside. Was it the Catch Me Outside girl? No, go ahead.
How about
girl told
that?
you.
No, she was like, "You have such a good voice. Like you should really pursue that." But I was like, "But I'm such a good hooker. Like I feel like." That would be a waste of my talent. You know
I
what
am
I mean?
so amazed. Like, this is one of those moments where everything that I've ever talked about in comedy makes sense. Like, I can't imagine how many female comedians have been on this show that have never admitted.
Because you know what?
Admitted
You have
to
had
what?
hookers
Being
on
a
the
prostitute?
show.
Oh,
before,
no
but they
doubt.
just
We
never
probably
admitted
had
that they
2
were
on
hookers.
already on tonight's episode.
Dicey.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that line was funny about the sucking cocks for money. I guess if you are a hooker or sex worker or whatever, there's a lot of material that can go with that. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we got that was the open mic name from shit. That'd be so funny if fentanyl like Tokyo Cunt Punch became
Yeah.
a fentanyl nickname. That'd be good.
Another name that made me crack up, and I don't know about you, but Boy Ugly.
Boy Ugly, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like when they would. Boy Ugly, I don't know if he's still, I haven't seen him around in a while, but he was pretty out there.
Yeah.
He would like pretend to cry on stage and talk about killing himself a lot, right?
Oh no, he would.
Which one was it?
He did talk about death and killing a lot.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing about it is that he would make an actually funny joke because he's working on this shit too. It's not just some guy that's named Boy Ugly and goes up there.
Right.
You could tell he's got the cocks going all day long, and then when he gets on stage, he's just greasing the cocks so that they can keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he'll finally get a good joke, and then out of nowhere after the joke, I swear to God, on multiple occasions, he'd be like, "Yeah, you ever just want to kill somebody?" And then everyone's like, "What, bro? Dude, you actually had a good joke."
He can't keep it in.
Yeah.
He has great material, and then he's like, "But okay, that was good, but I gotta get it in. I gotta tell him about it. I'm gonna kill someone."
He had like this one crazy fantasy of like a 3-minute murder suicide with his grandparents. I swear to God.
He said that on stage?
Yeah.
So all 3 minutes was about the
Yeah.
murder suicide? Do you think that's a red flag kind of thing? Should be a red flag law?
Listen, dude, if I can go on stage and talk about I could barely speak Spanish, he can go up there and do that. You know what I mean?
But I mean, should we be doing something? Are his grandparents in danger?
I talk to him. I follow him on Instagram.
Right. He's a normal guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, listen, normal's a relative term, right?
Yeah.
He's a guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I wouldn't go so far as like he suffers from mental health or whatever. Maybe he's figured it out. He just needs to go on stage and talk about it for like 3 minutes. It's the guy that's not doing it that I would worry about. You know what I mean?
Right. The guy that's holding it in.
Yeah.
Because he's really going to do it.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want people to know what he's going to do. Luke
He's like,
Schwartz.
actions speak louder
Yeah.
than words. And then, next thing you know.
Next thing you know, Jay Light. But so what I remember about Boy Ugly is I don't remember the material. And
Right.
I don't know. I remember you telling me that he does the killing thing, but I do remember that he would go on there and he would sit on stage kind of confidently and he'd like lean back
Yeah.
and do the jokes, which I thought was interesting for someone like him to do that.
Yeah.
Because he's got these wild out there stuff, but he's kind of got the stance almost of an Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
So it's like Andrew Schultz, but like a very crazy version of Andrew Schultz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But not the talking or annoying accent or anything like
Yeah. You're right. No, Andrew Schultz is Boy Ugly except cuter.
that. Cuter. Right. A better looking Boy Ugly.
Yeah.
Boy annoying.
Yeah.
Who was another name? So I did a whole, didn't we kind of went over like, we had an episode about that, right?
Yeah.
Where we went over all the crazy people. Addleston Fitzgerald Holder the third was a fake name.
Yeah. Johnny Stewart is, that's his name.
Oh God.
But
yeah, we didn't talk about him.
But then, do you know about what he changed his name to or no?
No, what did he change his name to?
He said the Reverend Johnny Stewart,
Yes, I remember.
MD, senior, and then he kept adding the second or whatever. He tried to add as much as PhD, shit like that.
Johnny Stewart, what I remember about him is the fingerless gloves, a lot of green, like weird, like green bowling jackets.
Yeah.
And kind of, I don't know if he had spiked hair or something like that, but he would go and he would call himself the Reverend and he would say like really sort of dirty and offensive things that made no sense.
Yeah.
And he seemed like sort of a smarmy, like kind of person from the gutter. Right?
But also, listen, racist, misogynist.
Oh, he said racist stuff too?
Oh yeah, no,
That's why am I surprised?
I'm trying to like before I say something, I want to say that yes, he's racist. Yes, he's misogynistic.
Yeah.
Yes, he's weird.
But he has a good heart.
No,
I'm just kidding.
no.
I'm just kidding.
Pedophile jokes. All he runs the gambit of edgelord.
Right.
But there's one joke that made me laugh very hard.
Can I guess real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
8 inches? Oh.
Something along those lines.
Okay.
Where he was like, he saw that his cat had a hairy ass, or like that his cat was horned up, or some shit like that. Whatever the signs of a horned up cat is.
Yeah.
And then he looked at his pinky and he's like, "That's probably the size of a cat dick." And then he fingered his cat, like. And listen, I just fucking bombed with the joke right now, but it was like so funny when I first heard it. Also, I was not sober when I heard that joke.
So the cat was horny. I was not sober. You were taking drugs that Reverend Johnny Stewart gave you.
Yeah, it was provided.
I saw my cat was horny and its asshole. So, and I looked at my pinky and I said, "That looks like the size of a cat dick." So I fingered. I mean, I see it, but it's too likely, it's too possibly true with him. Maybe.
Well, no, it's probably true too.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I hope not. But yeah, he bought Bert's Back Room, which was an open mic.
Yeah.
So Bert's Back Room. That was funny because there was like this woman who she was going to Fourth Wall a lot, and she started an open. And this was back when Fourth Wall was the first one that was like you pay $5 and it's slotted and all that, and you were there trapped for an hour or whatever. And she went and made Bert's Back Room, which was the same as Fourth Wall. And then the Fourth Wall guy got mad at her and had this big status online like, "How dare she betray me like this? She took my idea," and then he took it down. But that was like the bit. So that became like the woman's answer to Fourth Wall for a while. And it was just, slotted mics every day or whatever. And the Bert's Back Room was next to a Von Dutch on Hollywood, I think. Yeah. And then she had to close down over the pandemic. And she kept having these statuses where she'd be like, "We need to like pitch in, and this is like if we're gonna lose it, everybody donate money. Like this is important." Like kind of trying to do that whole like GoFundMe route and all that shit. Like people were just gonna donate or whatever. So I guess people actually did donate, and somebody was saying that she just took all that money and moved somewhere else and became like a Reiki healer or something like that. Some other kind of grift. I don't know whether or not that's true. Probably true. And then, but when she did that, right before she did that, that Johnny Taylor guy, or maybe after, Johnny Stewart, he bought it and was like doing an open mic there for a while, and I never went.
It was called Vicky's.
Vicky's, that's right.
Yeah.
That's funny that after Bert's Back Room, it became more feminine, the name, but it was run by like the worst man ever. Yeah. Johnny Stewart, right? Yeah. I keep getting it wrong. Johnny Stewart is absolutely like one of the negative sides of the patriarchy. Like when people talk about why the patriarchy is bad, like in its worst form, it is a man in a green bowling shirt with fingerless gloves.
Yes.
Who owns an open mic
with the vest on.
With a vest on, talking about pedophiles. And probably
rips in his clothes that are not for style.
I do remember him now saying something about like dating a 15-year-old. These are people we should arrest sometimes.
Yeah.
The stuff they say, "Hello, 911, yeah, I know. You're right next to Fourth Wall, actually. Can you come arrest this guy?"
See, the thing about Johnny Stewart is, when I first heard his joke that people thought he was a pedophile, whatever. Yeah. I talked to him and said, like, I understand what you're saying, but you have to understand what it's coming across as. Uh-huh. It's coming across as you're dating somebody under the age of 18, right? Right. He was like, "That's the joke, baby." And I'm like, okay, he's a lost cause, dude. This is way back. This is probably like 7 or 8 years ago.
So you reasoned with him.
Yeah.
And he said, "But that's a joke."
Keep in mind, I came up with Johnny Stewart in comedy. So
you
like,
did?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know he was around that long.
Yeah. We used to set off fireworks in the Flappers parking lot in Claremont.
Or did he bring the fireworks?
Yeah,
of course, right?
Yes.
Yeah, of course he did.
It was awesome too. Like it wasn't like, "Oh, Johnny, stop." It was like, "Dude, let's all set off fireworks." Yeah.
So he had like real ass fireworks that you guys would just light.
Yes.
In the Claremont parking lot.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else do that?
There was a lot of people, but I wouldn't indict anyone else.
Yeah, you don't want to name names. It's not.
Well, I can say Miguel Gonzalez, but Miguel's there all the time, but he's very passive. He's not really active.
He's not lighting the fireworks himself. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, it's not a route I would go. I don't fault anybody that does the whole buy an open mic charge and all that stuff. Like if you make money doing it, cool. But I would never want to do that. Yeah. Because you'd have to like hire people. You'd have to like deal with comedians complaining to you, and it's probably not legal to do it. I imagine. I don't know.
Imagine during a pandemic, it's probably not legal at all. Yeah.
Definitely not. There's no way that they followed COVID guidelines. I did one way early episode before you got involved where I pretended that I was calling the FBI. And fourth wall, I was like, on this week's episode, I'll call the FBI. And I had Eric Rocha pretend to be an FBI agent. And I
think
like,
I heard that episode.
Oh, yeah, you did?
Yeah.
No, thank you, Baba.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I guess got to report this open mic. They're not wearing masks. They don't socially distance. And I've been hearing things about guns. They're getting guns to do some sort of, there's something about the city hall. They're going to do something at city hall. I don't know, but it definitely sounds like it's going to be violent or something. I can't remember what it was.
The owner's a white supremacist.
The owner's a white supremacist. His name is Joe Menente. I love fucking with people, dude. I'm never going to stop tweeting about flappers. I'm never going to stop tweeting about flappers. I'm never going to start tweeting about fourth wall. People have been telling me I got to make fun of the Comedy Chateau, but I don't know.
Guy's strange for sure,
Yeah, Felix. He's a strange bird, yeah.
Can I say something really quick?
Yeah, of
I
course.
think I've talked to you about this before.
Right.
Bro, it's so funny to me. Like, I've been opening for people recently, and people have advice as far as like, what you want to do is do this, do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's all very helpful, especially when people are not on my level. They're on a level above me.
Sure.
So I'll be like, okay, for sure. Always take the advice.
Okay.
What makes me laugh very hard, though, especially after hearing the advice,
Yeah.
this comic that'll go unnamed told me, like, make sure that you become close with the owner or the booker and just, like, compliment them or whatever. You know?
Right.
And then the owner walked. I told you about this, right?
No. I thought it was going to be some sort of joke about how I shit on the owners of these clubs, but keep going.
The owner walked in.
Yes.
And he started complimenting him like instantaneously.
Wow.
But being like, bro, listen, I don't want to say anything out of pocket or anything, but when I walked in here, I said, this is my place. And he starts going above and
That's
beyond.
awesome, dude.
Yeah. So I was on a show last night, and the owner walked out when we were all chilling in the back smoking cigarettes. And one of the comics is like, dude, I don't know why, but people aren't doing it like you do, dude. And I just started laughing. I was like, you know how you like laugh and you're like, it's not appropriate. You should probably for stance at this club
For sure.
be in agreement and topping what he's saying.
Yeah.
But I'm new to the game, baby.
Right.
It was just so funny.
You couldn't do it?
I didn't want to get my sense in. I'm the opener. I'm a new guy on the block. I'd rather just be in agreement and like this. But I don't want to be laughing hysterically. You know what I mean?
You couldn't help it?
I helped it.
Okay.
I did help it.
All right.
It's my life on the line, dude. You know what I mean? So I was over there just like, because they were complimenting the fact that there's the outside. He was like, bro, why don't comedy clubs do this? He was like asking him and expecting a response.
Funny,
you know what I
dude.
mean?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That is hard not to laugh at.
Yeah.
That is like just going over the top with the booker.
Yeah.
You're in there and you're, you know what, dude? Like, I don't want to sound weird or anything, but like, you're really hot.
Yeah.
Like, you could have relations with any woman in this club. I wouldn't bring any woman around you. Yeah. You're a dog. You start getting like Callan.
Yeah.
You keep people busy.
He's like, I usually don't say this, bro, but the ha-ha, listen, don't tell anyone I said this. The ha-ha, the fucking comedy chateau.
Yeah, dude.
They're not doing what you're doing, dude.
Yeah.
They're
That's his whole thing. He only says, nobody's doing what you do.
That's exactly what he said. That's it.
That's his stock line everywhere he goes, and he names other clubs.
Well,
the Comedy Store is just not doing it like this.
There's other ways of saying it too. It's like, everyone else, they should be taking note. He said that, I swear. This is
a
verbatim.
good character, dude.
It's great.
This is a good character.
The other people, they're going to know when they're not in business. They should be taking notes of what you're doing, bro. What were you going to say? I'm sorry. Because he's like acting like he cut him off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I'm at this small little level, but I'm taking notes, and I want to make it a bit, somewhat.
That is a bit.
You know what I mean?
That would be a fun bit. We should go on the road and just do that to and even like a small, awful bar. Yeah. There's like a bar that like doesn't even pay us.
Yeah.
Dude, you got this down. You get it, dude.
Yeah.
He's like high on fentanyl. This is the most professionally run club I've ever been in. It's like a Denny's that we got to do stand-up in. Yeah. I can't believe how good this show was. Someone tried to stab us in the audience. Oh man, I think we should come up. What are some? So I've been to a lot of places. Okay, I've been to Flappers. I've been to the Comedy Store. Okay, the Improv. The food here at this club is like Michelin star shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like this is like celebrity chef Tom Colicchio new restaurant in New York good.
Yeah.
Okay? This is the best chicken tender I've ever had.
Bro, the food here even feels like it tastes like women are safe to be here. You know what I mean?
Chefs should be coming to you.
Yeah, even chefs.
Chefs should be asking you how to make
Yeah.
flappy fries.
Yeah.
Okay? The way you burn the pizza, Anthony Bourdain's ghost is here and he's crying. Okay?
Yeah.
This food, I had a problem with eating. I didn't like eating.
Yeah.
I didn't like eating at all. Now I eat all the time because I think about that. And when I'm eating a sandwich somewhere else, I think about the sandwich here. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
What were you
that's the
saying?
best thing, dude. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
He's not
Yeah.
saying anything.
And the whole time, the owner is not privy to this whatsoever.
Right.
He's just like, bro, stop, dude. What the fuck? He's like a hot chick. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. That's so funny. That's a good character. We should do like a sketch.
To finish off though, too, the first time I saw this, you know, the comic that had gave me this advice.
Boy Ugly. Yeah.
But he's telling me the advice. The owner walks in, he starts going, and the owner's doing something because he's on the microphone or whatever, like low staff. Like even though the show sold out, there's only 2 people working.
Right.
One serving food, and then like the kitchen staff, like 3 or 4 people making food. Them 2 have to also like control a bunch of Latinos getting out of hand in the audience, right?
Right.
So he's walking around trying to handle shit. This guy starts complimenting him. He stops and he's just like, you know, well, yeah. He's like, yeah, you know, I grew up around comedy since the 90s and this and that. The owner saying this.
Sure.
So I saw what was cool and what needed to be worked on, this and that, whatever.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, too, the place is amazing. Like, if the owner's watching this, your place is amazing. It's my favorite comedy club. I swear
He's
to
like,
God.
wait, I'm not hot? I'm not? Like, people should not be asking me to do stuff?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then, so when
He does this for everybody?
after the comic does this bit where he's like, I'm sorry, what were you saying? Kind of thing, right? To end it off. I was like, hey, before he left, I was like, I just want you to know, bro, like, I really like this room. I tried my hardest.
Yeah.
And the owner just looked at me and he was like, all right. And then he walked out of the room. And
Probably good.
I didn't do it justice, but he was like, cool, bro. Like, what do you want me to say? You know?
If when he was walking away, you were like, I didn't mean to cut you off, though. That would have been funny. Good. So what were you saying, though? Because this place made me come in my pants. It's going to keep you busy.
I'm going to be going up north in July, dude.
Oh, where are you going?
San Jose, Modesto, and another place. I don't remember the name of the city.
Have you ever been to those cities?
No.
neither.
My cousin has a house in San Jose, though, so I'm going to try to stay with him.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I mean, San Jose, I think, is a nice, like kind of a nice neighborhood.
I feel like San Jose, or somebody had told me the San Jose's club is amazing.
Which club is it?
The Improv. But it's like
the San Jose Improv. Yeah, I don't know.
a multi-layered, like a theater type thing.
Wow. You're driving up or?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know where you're gonna stay?
Yeah.
Nice.
For
Any
the most part.
nightlife?
No.
Nightlife, Papa.
I mean, unless I relapse, but I don't think so. Yeah.
You don't need to drink to have fun, man. You know this.
Yeah, no,
You probably do something.
But I want to relapse on the road, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now that fentanyl's out, you're like, no, I could really
Well, no, I'm not gonna relapse.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is drinking.
drinking.
And
Okay.
smoking weed. You know what I
Smoking
mean?
weed.
There's no fentanyl in weed, dude. You can't light up fentanyl, can you? I don't think you can.
Well, you told me that Cat Williams, and I think I heard this. Cat Williams was like, it can be in
Yeah.
and weed too, baby. It can
We
be
could be in
anywhere.
a tissue,
We could
man.
be in
You touch
tissue.
that tissue, you dead.
It's like, wait, but
In the 90s, back in the belly room, we could be in Joey Diaz's dick. Okay.
You know, I had to suck Joey Diaz's dick.
I had to suck his dick to get that stage time, and I do it again, Joe Rogan.
I don't think, dude. Where do you rank Cat Williams on your like best of tier?
He's up there. He's
Yeah.
great. Mark Maron, I suck dick. He's I don't know. I'm not good at rankings, you know.
Oh, let me go back to this. This is not the question I wanted to ask. My question, let's say Brendan Cooney, world-renowned comedian, sober for
Thank you.
4 years.
Wikipedia on flappers. But yes, keep going. Keep going.
Where would you relapse?
Well, I haven't stopped anything.
No, I'm saying, but the hypothetical is
Oh,
sober,
where would I-
sober for 4 years.
Sober for 4 years. Where would I relapse? Flappers Bar, probably.
No, would you?
Okay, no, because I wouldn't be there.
I don't
really.
think you get the weight of 4 years, dude.
Where would I relapse? Where am I most likely to relapse?
Lucky boy.
Lucky Boy. Yeah. I bring a beer to Lucky Boy. I like a bacon burrito with extra salsa. Yeah, I know it's extra. That's why I said extra. God damn it. They're like, you cannot drink here. This is not, we don't have alcohol. Where did you get that?
Don't be a bitch.
I got this at Trader Joe's. It's Trader Jose. I'm drinking Trader Jose at Lucky Boy. I thought this was a thing. It goes with this.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Papa? I turn into a Crystalia character. Where's Montez? I drink here if I want. That's what I do now.
Well, let's broaden the horizons here.
Yeah.
World-renowned comic Brendan Cooney on the road. What city do you think is the worst that'll make you relapse? Sober 4 years, by the way.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Boston. Maybe I'm in Boston and I start drinking because I'm like I'm annoyed by the people there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck, it wouldn't take much.
Yeah.
Honestly, it wouldn't take much at all. I mean, I'd be like, oh, I got to ride the T. All right, I'll have a beer then. There'd be nothing.
Or you get jumped by a bunch of fucking Southies and then you're like,
Oh yeah, I have to fight my own people.
Yeah.
Or the townies.
Yeah.
Some Southie townies. Hey, what are you freaking doing over there? You freaking. I'm like,
Yeah.
and then I get.
You think you're funny, bald man?
You think you're better than us?
Yeah.
They just look at you and they're like, you think you're better? And if you just have shoes on, you think you're better than us, huh?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that clip of the guys at the TAM?
At the TAM.
The TAM is this bar in Boston. It's search. I'll keep talking. See if you can search T. It's TAM. TAM. The TAM is this dive bar in Boston. I don't even really know if it's actually a dive bar because I've never taken the TAM Boston video. That was it. There was one that says video. Yeah. This is like such a good depiction of what I dealt with for 4 years going to school.
You're walking into Boston minding your own business?
Yeah, this is exactly. Look at those guys.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious, right? The bar is full. It's fucking hilarious. You should change your. Oh, bury your mother!
Oh my God, dude.
Dude, 4 years of that, can you believe that?
No.
That's what would make me relapse, having to deal with that. And then if you fight those guys, they beat you up. I bang your mother. They don't know that guy. They're just yelling at him for no reason. What are you looking at? Slur, slur, slur. Those guys go to Harvard.
I'll fuck your mother.
I fuck your mother. They sound like Nanette.
I mean, there's some, bro, if I had an opportunity to become one of those guys, I'd relapse in a heartbeat, dude.
They do look like they're having fun.
Yeah.
Their whole day is working at whatever, and then they go kind of let off steam and fight college kids.
Yeah.
Not bad.
If you put your psychology hat on, though, you got to think to yourself, like, there's probably a lot of fear going on behind them eyes. You know what I mean?
Fear that they won't have another beer left or
Yeah.
something. Fear that the Wings Over is closed. The thing is, they fight college kids. Most of the time they're probably going to win, but nowadays college kids are on like the wrestling team or they know jujitsu. They
Yeah.
may not always win.
No.
They might get taken down with put in one of these chokeholds by one of these rich kids that has a whatever belt. That's the hard awakening for these townies now, is that they may get beaten up now.
You fucking weirdo. You practice jujitsu.
Click. It's like, what the?
What the fuck?
Let my arm go. Let my arm go. You broke my freaking arm, you freaking asshole.
You don't know a fucking joke or what?
Oh my God, this kid went to Harvard. He broke my legs. Someone in Harvard or MIT, some Indian kid at MIT who's done jujitsu, puts like a townie in a headlock and that townie's dead.
Yeah.
He killed him. Darvush killed Brad.
How you like them apples?
Darvush would be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fuck you up, but
He asked me about apples.
apples, so I killed him. Yeah, I don't know. Could happen. I could see it both ways, Papa.
Yeah.
You never know. You thought you were safe, townies, but now people know jujitsu, and you're not. You're absolutely not.
Busier than usual.
The TAM is?
Yeah.
The TAM, that was a running joke I had with some of my friends in school. Whenever we'd be in downtown or or even just in our dorm or something, we didn't know what to do. I'd be like, hey, you guys want to go to the TAM?
Yeah.
And everyone would start laughing. This is like, what a shitty name for a bar.
Yeah.
Let's read the Tams Yelp reviews. It might be better than I actually thought. Because I like this inside, I never knew what it looked like inside. Looks like it's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Also, it says cheap.
1-star reviews.
Will it be better than Flappers?
I came to Tam's the day of May 10th, and I was not able to give a tip. I walked in the next day willing to give a tip because I now had cash. The lady in the photo decided to ignore me and tell me I stiffed her on a tip yesterday, so she was giving me the service I paid for. She kept on going about, okay, so you couldn't tip, so you're giving him 1 star?
You're mad that you would. That's a fake story. There's no way you went in there to tip.
If you're a woman, this place isn't for you. On Friday nights, every single person in this bar is a man.
That doesn't surprise me from that video.
Yeah.
Let me read this one. Don't order anything complicated like an old fashioned. Apparently, the dipshit bartender would rather serve $5 beers at college kids who don't tip instead of working for a high dollar tab and a good tip. Don't think he knew how to make the drink anyway. Plus, he was a dick. Although that guy's from Fort Worth, so I guess he would be a
Let's look for
Southern
a
accent.
Bostonian review. Oh, Somerset.
Somerset's probably a master.
Manager was super rude. Go for it.
No, I like that. That's what I'm laughing because you're.
Girl was in the bathroom for 15 minutes, and he started yelling at the girls in the line, telling us to stop rolling their eyes. One of the guys in our group stood up for us, and the manager put his hands on him. Do not recommend going here. Super unprofessional, aggressive, and rude.
See, yours is great because it sounds like Woody Allen and an Italian man. That was good. Damn, that's a long fucking thing.
I know.
Can't read
It's
that.
a San Francisco night.
Ugh,
That's why you know.
too much. Staunton. They don't even sound like real towns.
Staunton.
I'm from Moulton. I'm from Milltown.
Yeah.
I'm from Saskatchewan.
I'm from Chachcone.
Chechcone. I'm from Lowell.
I'm from Shovel,
I'm from
Massachusetts.
Shovel. I'm from Shovel, Mass. Yeah, Dad. My dad worked in the factory.
Yeah.
I work in the factory. I don't like people that aren't cool.
I'm
You
from
know what I
Shovel,
mean.
Mass, silicone capital of the world. Just random.
I'm from Shovel, Mass. 3 things you got to know about me. I'm from Shovel, Mass. I boxed my whole life. I can get you some China girl. This place was completely
My
racist.
mother-in-law died of a fentanyl overdose.
But that I gave her.
Yeah.
I didn't do it on purpose. I thought fentanyl was cool. The place is completely racist. I went to the bar with a group of white colleagues, and everything was the last
Fine.
fine. Last night I went with a group of black colleagues, and they stared and examined our IDs, asked us many invasive questions. It was a terrible experience. I will never come back nor recommend it. I believe Ashley.
Yeah. That sounds like flappers.
Yeah, was this Flappers or the Tam?
Yeah.
They were working it both ways.
No, I was reading
ways
at the
be.
end of the review. They were like, it reminds me a lot of Flappers in Burbank. Yeah.
Yeah, they did say that. I did see that with mine own eyes. Mine own eyes. There's something about Barb in there too.
Yeah.
All right, well, is it time for checking in with Scott?
Yeah, let's do it.
Checking in with Scott. Checking in with Scott. Let's see what old Scotty's up to.
1 second here.
Papa. You and me.
Oh my God. Here it is.
To be honest, I'm genuinely surprised to learn that some of you are writers. It's pretty good.
And then
Boom, roasted.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, the signs and the writer's strike have been pretty not funny,
Oh,
I gotta say. I don't know if you've seen any of them on Twitter.
I tried to get into the writer's strike. Gotta be honest with you. It's just like, okay, they're striking.
My friend showed me one that was kind of funny. It said, writer, I barely pay her. That one was good. But most of them have been like, damn, I realize now why they don't want to pay you more.
Yeah, they should get the writers at Tams to write some signs for them.
They should write a show about the teams
Yeah.
with those guys.